Ezra Pound wrote the cantos, and it took him about 50 years. And if you read them, it takes a long time. So I've just picked out one of the favourite lines, one of the thousands of favourite lines, and I just wanted to talk about it and the genius of it. I've put the reference to the canto there at the bottom, and I'm going to read it. And now the ants seem to stagger as the dawn sun has trapped their shadows. You think about that for a moment. There's so much in there. Ants seem to stagger. Well, that's how they move all the time. But perhaps they're staggering even more. But why? Look at this extraordinary thing. As the dawn sun has trapped their shadows. Now, of course, in any great poem, this has to be looked at in the context of the poem as a whole, and certainly the part of the poem as a whole. But if you just consider it in isolation for a moment, as the dawn sun has trapped their shadows. Now, of course, a dawn sun gives a long shadow. And of course, you don't think of an ant as casting a shadow. So getting you to look very closely at something that's very small. And it moves quite quickly. But what does it mean by trapped their shadows? Almost as if the ants can't escape them and are maybe staggering because of that. So an observation of nature with great attention to detail, which makes us look back and reflect about what poetry is, the way it sets up conundrums and mysteries, and makes us pay attention to the words themselves and the precise way that they're being used, rather than they would be used, for example, in prose. If you said, for example, I saw some ants staggering along in the sunshine, then it wouldn't draw attention to the words or the ideas much, would it? But if you were to say, and now the ants seem to stagger as the dawn sun has trapped their shadows, you start to think at many layers. It's fascinating, and Ezra Pound's cantos are full of these fascinating thoughts and the way they interconnect. This is just one reflection in isolation.